Hey there, I'm Kieran Galaxia, and welcome to The Gamer. Tales of Arise is here, and this time we're in the world of Dana. The game is huge, and there's a lot of things to learn in it, such as the combat, the art system, and there are loads of side activities as well. And this might sound overwhelming, but have no fear. Tales of Arise does a really good job of introducing a lot of this stuff at a pace that benefits the player, which is rather nice of it. With a game this scale though, you might lose track of a few things that can make the game a little bit easier. So here's a beginner's guide to get you up to speed. Health. You need it. Yeah, I recognise this is like Games 101, but Tales of Arise has numerous ways of healing your party, each of which is finite. So here's a good few ways to keep yourself alive. First off, remember your healers. Healing arts can revive downed allies, heal over time, or replenish a large lump sum of health in a pinch. Healing arts use cure points, a pool shared across your team that allows them to perform actions in combat and in specific situations outside of combat. You can replenish CP by resting, having specific food buffs, or with potions. Speaking with potions, you can heal with certain potions. There's a potion for near enough every situation for healing, so don't neglect them, but don't down them like they're going out of style. Thing is, potions cost quite a bit of gold to get a lot of them, but don't let that fill you with fear. You can find them in the world too as you're traveling. Essentially, don't feel the need to hoard them, but you don't need to make it happy hour every time you're using them. Dana is a huge world, ready for you to traverse, so naturally, you should do that. There's all kinds of things to get into, like quests to complete, activities to enjoy, and fights to, fight. Subquests are very worth seeking out, as they'll help you loads in the long run. The majority of these quests will have you battle an elite monster, which will reward you with an astral flower, which will permanently increase your CP gauge. You'll also gain Gald, XP, skill points, and maybe even arts. It's worth keeping in mind that sometimes you will be way too low a skill level to take on the quest though, so do be cautious. Another important aspect of exploration is finding secrets. Secrets may cost CP to enter, but you'll more often than not find something completely worth it, like stat upgrades and materials, to better armor, and in some cases, weapons. So have a little look around. Kinda helps that this game is quite the looker too. Now look, I get it, and I can read the comments from here in the future with my precognitive mind. This stuff may all sound obvious, and I understand, that's fair. So let's move on to arts. These are your primary abilities, which chain into standard attacks to create combos and expose weaknesses. There's loads of these, each adding their own little touch to combat and combos. You'll gain arts through 3 methods. The skill panel, game progression, and just winging it for experimentation. These are all important, but as a new player, you might be thrown off by unlocking these or upgrading for experimentation. So here's one for free. Some arts are unlocked through casting them twice in succession. One of these is Concentrate. Concentrate buffs your penetrate stat by 30%. Using it quickly twice in a row unlocks the subtrait Concentrate All. I recognise we've used the term trait a lot here, but Concentrate All means everyone gets that buff to their penetrate stat, not just the person casting it, which is worth the amount of times I've said trait alone. Sometimes though, it's just as easy as using an art loads of times to unlock a variant or a new one. So just go, experiment, and have some fun. So let's talk about combat points. Combat points are different to skill points, and remember, they're different from cure points. Yes, 2 different CPs, but never fear, we're here to let you know what's good. Combat points are primarily earned in battle, and you'll gain more depending on your efficiency and execution in combat. They'll grant you skill points and proficiency depending on how well you fight. A lot of factors come into play, so here's a little go-to for you. For positive things in terms of gaining combat points, you'll be looking at fighting strong enemies, using boost strikes and attacks, fighting multiple enemies at once, landing big combos, finishing a fight quickly, and lastly, for the pizzazz, using a mystic art. And for negatives, you've got using items, taking your time, getting knocked out, or the most negative factor of all, just straight up losing. So, simple easy advice on that one. Don't lose. Hello everyone and welcome to Binging with Maskish. Today we're going to be looking at the benefits cooking will have for your party. Right, anyway. Cooking is beneficial because it grants temporary buffs for your party, which can really aid your travels. These buffs can vary, and have effects like increasing experience gained in battle, replenishing CP, and causing enemies to drop more items when defeated. I don't know how that last one works, but I shan't be arguing it. Think about what the game might be throwing at you next, and plan your meals accordingly. If you're going to be doing a lot of fighting, might as well get some additional XP from it, yeah? And if you're going to be exploring somewhere new and gaining materials, might as well eat those carrots to help you see better and gain more materials. Some characters also perform better when they're full, so much like real life, remember that breakfast is in fact a very important meal. So look after yourself. So those are some of our tips for getting started in Tales of Arise. Hopefully you found everything we've covered in the video useful. We've got even more guides coming to our website, so do swing across to check them out. Thanks again for coming on by. If you enjoyed this, then liking the video would be great. And hey, why not subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell if you fancy. If you want to read more guides like this alongside other features, news and reviews, then check out thegamer.com. And hey, have yourself a good day.